Hey, friends and revolutionaries. We've already done one of the Mattel DC Universe Batman Legacy Arkham City figures. It was the blue Batman variant. And I want to keep going with the Arkham Cities, the Mattel Arkham City figures. I've got the DC Directs that we'll get to at some point, but I really have to say that from what I've seen, I think Mattel's going to win this one. I think Mattel is definitely going to have the figures to get. I decided I want to wait on the Batman vs. Two-Face 2-pack. We'll get to that one. But I didn't want to overdo Batman himself, especially not when I had these two waiting in the wings. And that, of course, is the Legacy Edition Robin, and Joker. The sickened Joker, if you will. Very cool. Not two characters I necessarily would have expected to see together, honestly. I mean, I really would have thought that we would have gotten Joker with Batman, or Batman with Robin, or Joker with Harley, or even Robin with Harley, you know. But Robin with Joker, I don't quite know. I don't know. I mean, it's cool to have them. It's very cool that they came out. Just don't quite see the connection there with the 2-pack. Other than just cool to have. Just usual Batman Legacy packaging, just a larger scale version of it. Huge window. Got the banner at the top with the DC Universe logo and the Arkham City title. The Zeppelin with Batman looking over. DC Universe. And yeah, just down here, Legacy Edition and the Arkham logo down there. On the back, we've got the pictures of the characters. There's the Joker and Robin. Looking very cool. The write-up says, actually, I just noticed they've got the chain on the Joker on the wrong side. I wonder if they flipped the picture. Let's see. No, he's got the boutonniere here and the boutonniere there, so it's on the right side. They just moved the chain from one side to the other on the figure. I think that should be on the other side. Oh, well, okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay, just noticed it. Just happened to see it there. The write-up for the characters, and there's Uncle Sam Two-Face. That'd make a cool custom. But on the write-up for the Joker, rumors swirl through the blood-stained streets of Arkham City. Is the Joker too sick to cause his trademark chaos? Indeed, eyewitnesses claim the Clown Prince of Crime has suffered from a serious disease, perhaps caused by his Titan overdose on Arkham Island. Yet the murderous maniac continues his reign of fear, with his loyal follower Harley Quinn doling out his evil bidding. Now throughout Arkham City, depraved villains swear they've spotted Batman's arch nemesis, the Joker. Or have they? Of course they have. You know, you're never going to actually get rid of the Joker. I mean, he's always going to come back somehow. Always. Always. Even in Batman Beyond. You know, he's always going to find a way to come back. Very cool. Here we have Robin. And Robin's right up. Shrouded in secrecy, Robin prowls the streets of Arkham City. As one of Batman's few trusted allies, born with a brilliant mind capable of keen detective work, Gotham City student Tim Drake was able to deduce the true identity of Batman and his protege Robin, ultimately becoming the next boy wonder. Trained in hand-to-hand combat by the Dark Knight himself, Robin uses an arsenal of advanced technology and high-power weaponry to help battle the criminals of Arkham City. Yeah, you know, that would actually be very cool if they actually included weapons with it. You know, taking a look inside, I don't see any accessories, or stands for that matter. That's kind of a shame. I mean, they're great figures. I mean, they're great characters to have just in and of themselves. It's just a bit of a shame that that we don't get any kind of accessory. It actually says, I looked it up, contains 2 figures, no accessories. Blah. Okay. Well, that's enough talk. Let's go ahead and pop them open, have some fun. Be right back. Alright, first out of the box, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Boy Wonder, Robin. Or Robin the Boy Wonder, whichever you prefer. And, yeah, I gotta tell you, I love these designs for the Arkham series. All the redesigns have been just awesome. They've just been so good. everything from the Batman to the Arkham City, or no, the Arkham Asylum Harley. You know, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But yeah, Robin is no exception. I really love the complete redesign they've done on his character, or at least on his outfit. On the color, just the whole thing. It's something where they've basically taken all the classic elements of Robin, all the classic colors of Robin. The yellow, the red, even green, even the green on his shoes, or in this case, boots. And just by taking a darker color, just by taking a darker tone, I mean, they've really got something that's more modern, more gritty. It just looks so cool. That is just so awesome. Now, I've got the DC Direct version, as I mentioned, and we'll have to do a side-by-side once I get that one open. But I do think that the Mattel's Robin really hits the mark much, much better. I mean, he definitely seems to have a very youthful face. He's finally got the hood, considering, you know, Robin is supposed to be based on Robin Hood. So he finally gets a hood. Nice soft plastic hood. Got the classic Robin mask. The Robin logo. No chips, no scratches, nothing. I like that. And just overall, a really nice version of Robin. A nice interpretation of the character. Very, very cool. Much like Batman, he's got kind of the plate armor. Doesn't quite have the texture like Batman's does, but still. One disappointing thing about the figure, and actually there's a couple of things about this one that disappoint me. One may just be me, maybe just my figure, but overall, I don't think that these are sculpts from the Four Horsemen. I don't think the Four Horsemen actually sculpted the Robin and the Joker. At least not the Robin. Maybe the Joker, but not the Robin, because, or at least that's what I understand. That's what I've read. I may be wrong, but that's what I've read. And looking at the figure, there are a couple of parts where I could kind of believe that. We'll get to them here in a minute. But yeah, taking a look at the figure, I love how there's the kind of the dark, almost a black wash over the belt. Again, gives a much grittier metal feel to it. The boots, nice boots with the shin guards. You know, it definitely gives a more realistic feel. You know, it's not this, it's not kind of this whole, you know, unrealistic superhero costume kind of thing. You know, except for his armor-plated top. You know, I mean, he's actually wearing just what look to be like regular combat boots and have these shin guards. Got the same thing with these gloves. You know, something very relatable, but still very cool. Yeah, he's just so awesome. I'm telling you, I just got him out of the box. I've only been kind of playing around with him for about 10 minutes, and I got to tell you, I think this one's great. I think this one's definitely the star of the box. As I mentioned, the cape, nice soft plastic cape and cloak. The head is on a ball joint, but it does keep it from going up and down too much. You'll get the left and right without a problem, but don't get full range on the head. The arm comes up and out, twist of the shoulder, bicep at the cuff, elbow, and wrist. And here's one of those articulation things I mentioned. Looking here, you would think that much like Batman, right where his abs are, there'd be a crunch, but there isn't. They didn't put a crunch on Robin, despite the fact that I think it could have been done. I'm not too sure why they didn't. Maybe it's because it wasn't by the Four Horsemen, but yeah, unfortunately Robin does not have a crunch. Which anytime the crunch doesn't work on a figure, or if they don't have it, you really kind of realize how limited some of the poses can be. Now he does have a twist at the waist. Leg comes up and out, and this leg is a little loose for me. Just a little, not terrible, but it is a little on the loose side. Twist at the thigh, knee, no twist at the boot or at the ankle, but there is at the, well, no twist, but there is the hinge. So classic DC Universe articulation, minus the crunch, and a little loose on the leg. But still, a really awesome figure. Definitely, if you can find it's something where I'm hoping that the availability on this box is a lot better than it is for some of the things Mattel has done, because this is definitely a figure you want to have to complete the dynamic duo. I only found one at the Target where I got it, but oh yeah, that is sweet. Definitely recommend picking up Robin. Let's go ahead and move on to the Clown Prince of Crime, see how he turned out. Alright, so we got Mr. J out of the box. And it's kind of a mixed bag on the Joker. I've read both really positive things about him, really negative things about him, and to be honest, I think that the one thing that really detracts from the Joker, because he's a cool figure, he's very cool, but the one thing that detracts from him, I don't think anyone's mentioned yet. I don't think so. And when you look at him, the biggest complaint people have had, first of all, taking a look at the figure, I mean, this is definitely the kind of Joker I love. I mean, tall, lanky, very slender. You know, obviously not the physical match for Batman. But of course the color scheme, the purple and the yellow, you know, it just goes to show you that he is just still maybe not physically dangerous, but yeah, very creepy nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, take a look at that look. Yeah, he's nuts. But one thing a lot of people have complained about, from what I've read, is that they feel that his head is too small and that his smile is a little too big. Now I gotta admit, I think his smile, maybe not too big. I mean, it kind of comes back a little far. It should have actually come up to his cheeks here. It should have curled up a little bit more. Instead, it kind of pulls a little further back. So, I don't know about too big. Just a little misplaced, I think. I don't think it's sculpted in place quite right. So I'll give it to you. The smile is a little off. But as far as being too big, no. No, Joker can't have too big a smile. The head size, you know, I'm not sure if the head is really that bad. You know, people tend to think that head is too small. I would think that if it is, it's not terribly small. You know, you could probably get away with it. Well, yeah, it's a little on the small side. But what really kind of exaggerates it is the fact that he doesn't have a collar. You know, when you look at any of the other Joker figures, there's always a collar that comes up over over his lapels, or, you know, on the inside of his jacket. And for some reason, not having it and just having his exposed neck, I don't know. Somehow I think that lends to the idea that the head is kind of small. You know, if he had a collar on, I think it would definitely help. I think it would definitely kind of fill in between the shoulders and the grin. You know, fill in with a little bit of color and kind of hide the fact that, yeah, okay, the head is a little on the small side. But still, you know, it's still a really cool figure. It's still a really cool Joker. It's still the Joker. Clearly different than the Arkham Arkham Asylum Joker from DC Direct. You know, not just because it's a different game, but you can tell that it is by a different manufacturer. You know, his hair doesn't come quite as far back into a point. You know, the eyebrows still has kind of the evil eyebrows, but not nearly as pronounced. Kind of the dark wash around the eyes. It's still there, but it's just a different interpretation. So, I like it. I really dig it. I only wish there was an actual collar that was up here around his neck. That's the one thing I would like to have seen. One of the other things I do have an issue with And this goes right to the sculpt, is kind of the ribbon that he has. Again, maybe if there was a collar, it would make more sense. Without a collar, that ribbon looks a little flat, you know. It doesn't really pop. It just seems kind of almost, oh, what is it? Well, the collar, the ribbon, and the boutonniere both almost seem like they were a secondary thought. Like they realized they had forgotten it, and they just kind of rushed it on there. Because there's not really a whole lot of detail on either one. Maybe it's the gloss black that makes it look so bland. But yeah, that's something else I think could have been better too. If they had maybe resculpted a better ribbon here in the boutonniere. You know, maybe not even sculpted it, just made it kind of a rubber piece that would have fit on. I think that would have helped a whole lot. You know, as far as I know, the collar was probably supposed to be an extra piece with the ribbon attached, and when they realized they couldn't do it, they sculpted this on. I don't know. But something's going on here at the top of his shirt, and it kind of shows. It kind of shows. Otherwise, still, you know, trademark Joker from Arkham City. Pinstripe suit. Very good. Got the vest underneath. The back of the hands, he's got his purple gloves. I think the gloves would have actually benefited from a little bit of detail on the back of the glove, kind of like what we see on the Jokers from the DC Universe series. You know, just a lot of little details on him that, you know, as cool as he is, yeah, he doesn't quite surpass the DC Direct version like Robin does. But again, I don't want to give the impression that he's a bad figure. He actually looks really, really cool. His head does turn left and right. I don't think it's on a ball joint. No, looks like it's just on a hinge. Arms come up and out. Twist the bicep, elbow, and wrist. Now, Joker actually does come with a crunch and a twist. Legs come up and out. Twist at the thigh, knee, but nothing at the foot. Not even a hinge. So, in both the two figures, there's at least one key piece of articulation that kind of sets it aside from the DC Universe figures. Why that is? I don't know. But, yeah. He still stands just fine. And I love the colors on him. I love how the purple and the pinstripe turned out. I love the choice for the yellow, the gold. The chain he's got. It's got kind of this huge weird gap here that's pegged into. A little distracting. And as far as it coming around here, the front of his pants, yeah, I don't know about that. I would imagine that maybe popping this off and getting a real chain to take its place, maybe hanging in the other direction, might actually be in his future, if I get a chance. But, yeah, still an outstanding figure. Great set. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up, 1 for each figure. This is by far one of the best Arkham figures that I've seen so far from Mattel. These two are total winners. Definitely recommend picking them up if you can find them. Now, you know, we've got Robin and the Joker done. What does that mean, or could that possibly mean that Nightwing and Harley are going to be far behind? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but I hope you enjoyed watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.